I'm Ivy Almario.
And I'm Cynthia Almario.
Together,
We are Atelier Almario.
What is most inspiring, sis,
Okay.
right, to see about this transformation is how Ed Ledesma was able to change a Mediterranean house to a contemporary Asian house.
Yeah, brilliant,
Right?
honestly.
Brilliant. And well, humor me because I have to put Ed Ledesma's hat on. It's the design interventions or his design strategy on how he achieved that. First off, I think that Ed is very famous for two things, I think. Well, among other things. His roof lines, right? His roof lines, the way he cantilevers. Roofs are also something you can see here. When he presented Cecile with the idea of extending the roof line and cantilevering one side of it, right?
Pretty much the attic, no?
Creating
an attic.
Creating and cantilever on the right side. I think we were all floored.
Yeah, because we didn't even know that such a space existed.
Correct.
Because he captured it, no?
Correct, right.
Yeah.
But then there was another architect, because we're all peers, for the full disclosure. Cecile came back to us with a magazine, with a newspaper clipping. And she said, but I want these grills, I want these grills.
I want these grills incorporated.
Incorporated.
Right.
Because of a sense of security.
Yes,
And
yes.
because she really wanted full ventilation.
Right.
So she wanted to achieve that. So even if a nod, you know who you are. The other thing that Ed is always clever about is how he incorporates fences and gates into the overall horizontality of a space.
Exactly.
And here, as you can see, you cannot tell where the passenger gate is.
Right.
And you cannot tell where the vehicle gate is because he just did it so seamlessly.
Right.
So as you open the passenger door, you walk into this space. On the left side, it's supposed to be her garage.
But sis, the best looking garage, the
Because-
travertine tile was extended all the way.
Yes, and then Ed really loves to belabor his walls.
Yeah.
In a nice way. He will actually
Clad it.
clad it with horizontal
Right.
tiles. And he did it here and
Yeah.
he did it so well.
Right.
And it's also our first experiment on tiling the ceiling.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And of course, the doors.
And
Yes.
the door.
The door is
yes,
amazing
correct.
because it's the first time we ever used a glass door, thanks to Ed Ledesma's suggestion. Because he wanted to really capture the light.
So a
Yeah.
good architect studies all of those, remember? And will deliver even up to the door.
Yes.
There's a koi pond that greets you on the right side.
And it has been functioning non-stop since she moved
The
here.
fountain has been functioning. Again, another innovation by her honey Lemmy.
So the kois are super happy. So as you enter, what do we notice first? Of course, the beautiful floor.
Yeah, which again is an unusual feature that Ed did because for the first time, he extended, he
Right.
put a carpet of wood
Right.
as soon as you entered because he already knew, I think, that he was going to
To do a glass door.
a glass door.
Yeah.
So he put a carpet of wood outside that just gave you more drama. So
Yeah.
as soon as you enter,
Yeah. What greets you is the mabolo flooring that really is very pretty because Cecile really wanted it rough and she wanted the wood crowns to show.
correct.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of character.
Yeah.
As you enter the house on three sides,
Right.
you see a borrowed view. Borrowed view is actually when, like in this instance, we only have a 2-meter setback. But when it's very well landscaped, so that when you look through the doors and the windows, you see beautifully framed landscaping.
And it becomes your artwork. There are a lot of doors. So when you go from the living room to the dining room, you really see and appreciate the borrowed view.
It makes a big difference if on your first floor you don't do windows, but everything is an operable door. It just raises the envelope.
The living room is unveiled.
Yes, of course.
Right.
Yeah. You hold your breath and you see a double volume space.
Right.
You see the beginnings of the catwalk.
Right.
And this amazing wall.
What I love about the layout of this house is that it afforded me an L-shaped sofa.
Which is perfect. It's for a big family.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting, Ivy? This is already outdoor material, huh?
Yeah, that's why it's so hardy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Tell us about that chair, Sin.
Okay, it's a love seat chair. No, it's a circular chair. So I love that it's a conversation piece as well.
On the left side, she always asked for an office, right? So she's a counselor, and that's the place where pre-pandemic, she was just going to have consultations with her patients.
And it served her well because the pandemic period, it was a perfect background for her Zoom calls.
This house compresses and expands. So you enter and it's a double volume space, but then we had to work with the normal ceiling heights because in a renovation, the one thing Cecile and architect Ledesma, and we all agreed, is to use as much of the structure of the first house.
Yeah, and we did, no?
And we did.
Parang 90,
we did. Yeah,
90%? Parang all, no?
Parang all. It was really just a matter of us cleverly pushing out.
So then, after the living room is the beautiful dining room. And the piece de resistance was again the dining table. Because it was 12 feet long.
Yes, right.
By 4 feet. No?
Correct.
Yeah. And the most comfortable chairs went with it. Yeah.
Even if it was for 12, right?
Yeah, it was for 12.
Correct.
And then, of course, if you look to your left, it's a very nice kitchen. What's nice about the kitchen are the teak doors, the teak wood doors.
But then you will see that the kitchen also has the ability to be enclosed because that's when we introduced the pocketing shutter doors.
And then it can stay open if we really wanted interaction. But at the same time, just wanted to see the nice kitchen. No?
True, true.
Yeah.
Then the other thing that complements Cynthia's live edge 12-foot dining table was the ceiling. One of the very first things that she said she would liked at the house in Sanlo was the ceiling. She said, if I ever have a house, I want the ceiling. Of course, the house in Sanlo had a huge clearance.
3 feet.
Yeah, huge clearance. But here, architect Joel Redondo of AA and I only had to work with half, if we were lucky, 0.45. But despite that, we were able to get the correct pitch.
Yeah.
And then once it was all done, another set of problems came up. Beams traversed it.
All right.
So for us to get the full effect of what she wanted, we just mirrored all the sides of the beams. So guys, that's the way you make beams disappear.
Yeah, just mirror it, right?
Just mirror it.
And there's a funny mirrored wall here that everybody
bumps their
because it's so clean. And because the borrowed view, you always assume that you're going inside the garden and they're like, "Whoa, sorry, wall pala to."
Because feng shui says, one wall of the dining room has to be mirrored. And this was the only wall there. Because we practically have no walls here.
Right.
I mean, everything is the exterior glazed walls.
Right.
But for that wall...
But you know, we were lucky, Ives, because it has a very good view.
Also, we doubled the borrowed
And not
view.
only that, because for the first time, we actually had a glass window.
Yeah. We just had one picture window. And what we did that was clever was we extended the vignette outside.
Yeah, because there was a place for a console and her, lanterns.
Yeah, which
and
came
jars.
all the way from Sydney.
Yeah.
So the reason we did that is we don't want people to bump their heads as they're walking up. So we
didn't realize that this was more
the
of
opposite
a Waterloo.
Oh my God! Yeah, I bumped my head several times.
But of course, we're like, we cannot put sticker. We just have to make it work. So we're like, okay. please watch out. So wow, we can now go upstairs.
I think we can now go upstairs on the second floor. So on the second floor, architect Ledesma, as you're going up, introduced a picture window.
Right.
Because again, it allows light to flood in to the interior.
Which we really need now.
Which we really need. Because this house is gorgeous in the morning, but it's so quickly the sun is no longer here.
I think it's the structure.
The structure and the orientation. And then as soon as you go up, from the upstairs is when you can truly appreciate looking down. Right?
It's my favorite view because I can see my furniture.
Yeah, and the vignette.
And also, I really love the patina of the wood.
Luckily, we were able to find an animal skin that complements the color.
Of course, we have to highlight this wall, no? Which
right.
took so long to install.
It took a whole day. And kawawa naman, another scaffolding.
And it's so heavy, no?
About dropping the artifacts that are encased.
We were very creative with how we actually mounted the artwork. Because first of all, there were soldiers, no?
Yes.
So there were ceramic jars and some were ornaments. as well as big jars. So we wanted to make it seem like a museum piece. That's why we enclosed it into their own plexiglasses.
But what's fascinating is when we were at the River City, we already mocked this up on the floor.
Right.
Well, difficult, no? We did it vignette by vignette.
But you know,
and we imagined it in our
We
heads.
did, but then of course, like anything else,
a few changes.
A few changes
Yeah.
because of the availability of acrylic.
Correct.
And then of course, we also discovered that it would be nicer if we had the two wall sconces.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
a lot of planning, but also again flexibility.
Yes.
For
yes.
side
but then
changes.
having said that, sorry, the wall sconces were already there from the get-go. Wall brackets were originally in gold.
Gold leaf?
Yeah, they were gold leaf.
The well-traveled wall bracket.
This time we asked her, I said, Cecile, we paid a fortune for this, for the gold leafing, but unfortunately,
It doesn't work.
doesn't work, and
Yeah.
it just needs to be antique oxide. And she didn't even back it.
Yeah.
At the same time, you also appreciate
The air quality that Ivy you
the
provided.
air quality. But
Grabe.
that air quality comes at a price because these amazing 4 lanterns
Sways.
swayed so much that we had to put weighted bases.
We had to wait.
Yeah, so right away we called the installer and said, oh, we have to put weighted base.
Yeah.
So guys, again, weighted base is the way to go in case
Yeah.
your lanterns.
Yeah.
Then the other thing that we did, which most people do now, is the balusters are in glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we really wanted
'Cause you want-
to show the second floor. No?
To show the eye. Yeah, from
Yeah.
the second floor you want.
And you know what's fascinating is we were actually able to mount her Coromandel screen. That was very special. Again, from London at all.
Oh my God, yeah, that came from London
Yeah.
via her honeymoon pa yata.
Yeah, yeah.
One of her first purchases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's nice because we were able to put a seating area, no? And her very big,
Yes.
oversized Buddha.
The other thing that I'd like to point out is the ceiling treatment.
Oh, this is her
Yeah.
favorite.
This is her all-time favorite.
Yeah. And then Ivy, you were already able to balance the light quality now.
Authorship of that belongs to Ed Ledesma. I saw it first in one of his installations. And he kindly said, sure, yes, use it. And it's traveled two times or 3 times.
Because it's really
It's
beautiful.
really a stunning ceiling.
Yeah. Sis, are we ready for the guest room?
Oh, for sure we are.
This guest room has the best light level.
Because it's in front of the house.
Exactly. I provided a picture window, no?
Yeah, yeah,
And then we
yeah.
had a window seat.
Correct,
Just,
correct.
Yeah, very conducive to reading books. Or for Ivy, finishing her K-drama.
Yeah.
And what I liked about this was we were able to get this fabric, no?
Yes,
This very lyrical
that's true.
fabric. And you know, again, of course, we have to always be ready because suddenly,
oh my God, we ran out of fabric.
the upholsterer said, Mom, you have to choose. It's either you have fabric for your duvet or your pillows, or you don't have a fabric for the walk-in closet. And we're like, no. I really need a fabric for my duvet and accent pillows. So what did we do?
We asked our muralist, our magic muralist, whom you met, episode 2.
He travels with us as
He
well.
travels with us. And you know, you cannot even
You cannot tell the difference.
Right.
Yeah, we just wanted to reveal it to you because we wanted real-life scenarios, real-life solutions, no?
True.
Yeah.
Then the other thing that you will observe and when you see this room is the elephant chair.
Yeah.
That again has been part of her.
Is it a partner of the
Stash.
Rajasthan or
No,
no?
you
I think
know
it's
what?
older.
It's older.
Because I saw that in London.
And and then
Yeah.
it was very prominent in Vaucluse.
Vaucluse,
Yeah,
yes,
right.
yes. And also we were very playful, no? We put a very oversized wall sconce, no?
Correct.
And again, it was her antique side table.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
She did say, when she sees the things that she purchased all over the world, then she remembers those experiences.
Yeah, yeah.
And one of the things that I love about this guest room is not in the guest room, it's actually in the restroom. We used one stone, it was a
Right.
brown emperador.
Very
we used it on the
beautiful,
walls, we
yeah.
used it on the floors.
Right,
But
right.
this is when I want to tell you guys that scale, you can use overscaled wall sconces.
Right.
Just be brave. We
Yes.
use the same
Right.
wall sconces that we purchased from Mangkok. Flank our medicine mirror,
Right.
medicine cabinet, because most of our mirrors are now medicine cabinets.
Right.
It just makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
For
then the other
storage.
thing that we love are the lit shelves.
Right.
Right?
Again, for her knickknacks.
For her knick-knacks.
That
her amazing, these are Lladro actually.
Lladro.
They're Tahitian women.
Yeah.
After that French Impressionist painter who loves Tahitian women, it'll come to me. Small doesn't have to be dull. Small can also be impactful.
And of course, my bathroom fittings.
Yes, right.
The latest, of course.
So we cross the bridgeway, we go into her master's bedroom.
Yeah.
Which is only huge because it was actually two rooms.
Two rooms, that's right. So here, I decided to fully upholster the walls with a silk fabric. The DNA of this master's bedroom were her two artworks, Ives.
Yes.
Her very nice Celadon artwork.
Correct.
And
again,
that was my headboard wall. And again, it was nice because I was able to find the right fabric match. Yeah. If you have upholstered walls in your bedroom, it is such a cocooning experience because the sound level is so muted, no?
In the planning, remember, at the back of our head, we really wanted this to feel like a presidential suite.
Right.
So just in the planning, we gave her two wings. Yeah, so the first wing is her anteroom, then it's her master's bedroom, and the other wing
is her
spa exercise
music room.
Music room.
But what's nice, Ives, is her storage space. Because as soon as you enter, we were able to capture the left side for her shoes, no?
Yeah, that's true.
And again, what's interesting are really her priceless antiques, that we were able to showcase in the anteroom.
On the other side, you're going to see a lot of Japanese dolls.
Yeah.
And you know, we always tell our sister that she was born under a galaxy of lucky stars.
Yeah.
So again, you know, I asked her, I said, what is the story about these Japanese dolls? Because they have human hair. I didn't even know. I was at a flea market. I saw this Japanese woman. She had two cardboard boxes full of dolls. And I just asked her how much for the lot. She gave me a good price. I didn't know that it was a collection of antique Japanese dolls.
Which I think is more prominently featured now that it's in a bookcase. And one thing Cecile really wanted was for her old furniture to be used because it was very precious to her. So that was very challenging at times because of course the Chippendale chairs, because of also the age, no? And because of traveling from London to Australia to the Philippines, there are climate changes, no? Had to find somebody that could repair it. And luckily we're in the Philippines, it's a tropical country. So we had a lot of manufacturers that managed to repair it.
Speaking of recycling furniture, most of this came from her space in Yes, right?
Yeah.
The futoys were original buys.
Oh, I love the futoy eyes in the anteroom.
Yes,
yeah. True. And then so we just really it was the coffee tables that we just had to fabricate because of the sizes.
Yes. Yeah. But please appreciate that the shutters that you see from as soon as you enter her room, it's in the anteroom, it's in her bedroom, it's on the right side of the bed as you're looking at the TV, and then it brings you to the end wall. All of this open, So that, it becomes one huge space. So that's the story of the shutters. It's one of, again, our overall DNA for this house.
Yes, right? The shutters. Also has a plantation vibe because of the shutters.
That's true.
And at least with these shutters, it's stained, no? Because sometimes our shutters are really painted, no?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. The other thing also, we're always in love with this egg-shaped hardware. And for some reason, at that point in time when we had to install, black color was not available. So, you know, thank God we were in the industry. Through the grapevine, we found out the owner. And a facilitation was made, and we were able to have it painted in such a manner that they did another kind of paint, no? So that it will not peel off. So that born under a constellation of lucky stars. What can we say?
Right. And then, sis, if we were to go down again and then go outside from the dining room, what awaits you is another lanai.
Correct.
And this stone table again from Australia.
Again,
time,
yeah.
But what's nice, if you turn right and then go all the way, you will really appreciate the landscaping.
Correct.
Because it's so beautiful, it's so verdant, it's so lush.
And it's so Sicilian Levy.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
We went,
Yeah.
We went with her
to
Los Baños.
Los Baños, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she would really buy.
And she would really buy and replace and take care of it.
And you can really see the fruits of her labor.
So that completes what makes a house Asian contemporary. We never end a segment without sharing with you our insights, right? One of the insights that I personally have gathered, and Cynthia agrees with this because we do this as a matter of course, is not only because she was our sister,
right,
but we really, really honestly take into full consideration a client's request when they say, we want to be surrounded by our loved items.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think, Sin, what we succeeded in is mixing her loved items with her new items so that it was seamless.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I really never imagined that we could really use the elephant chair in the guest room.
Correct.
As well as the chest, no?
The Rajasthan
chest.
That's true.
Yeah.
So in anything, if the spirit is willing, it can happen.
Yes. And really, you have to have an open mind and an open heart to actually please our sister.
And in our case, she also had an open
wallet. I think, that was the game changer. I have the open heart and the desire to make things beautiful.
Have the open mind. She has the open wallet.
So on that happy note, I'm Cynthia Almario.
I'm Ivy Almario.
Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video and want to see more of us,
like, comment, subscribe to our channel.
Ring that bell to get notified on our latest videos.